On the desk has kind of set the scene for us. Yanko a part of that and a part of the casting desk. Yanko, it's been a while. How you doing, man?
How you doing, Alex?
I'm good. Honestly, I
it's
think
great to do something with you, whatever it may be.
Isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Mac and I were just working on a
Should I swap seats with you quickly, just so you're next to your bro?
We've got plenty of time to get intimate, but yeah, Mac's here as well. We got Mac Mate in the house. My name's Machine, and this is our first map of our second group. Expectations, Yanko? Where did you? What was the TLDW of that? Death segment.
I think that outside of Heroic, Ants, and Rooster, we don't know much about these teams where they will end up, right? On paper, Mouse is a little bit above others, but...
Oh, we know where they're going. It's going to be going straight towards that A site right now. tabseN going to get flashed back in, but Bro's gone forward. It's going to be trades going both ways. Boro able to find two more in the meanwhile. Someday Young able to get another, and that is a big pistol for Monte to be taken.
Strength in numbers. That's all it is. Let's just go for it. Everyone from Big was pretty much there. Monte just wins out the fights, and that's why I have them, you know, over Big, and I have them making it into the playoffs. I think just the sheer amount of games they've played in the last year and a half, right? Like the core of this team, they just have so many solutions. They've had to work through so many different styles and games and opponents, right? And also individually, they're pretty sharp.
Yeah. Well, where to from here? Big, of course, going for the force bite. Vertigo, there's a lot of close range angles where these pistols, this MP9 can definitely get some work done, and then that 5.7 as well. We've seen a couple of crazy 5.7 clips so far here at EPL. We'll see if there's anything crazy to kick off Group B.
Yeah, it looks like a rather default 1-3-1 focused mid this time, interestingly enough. Try and get themselves trade potential against these pesky Deegs and MP9s. I shouldn't pluralize, just the one on prosus. Walking on in now. First contact looks good. mantuu and prosus looking for answers in middle, and they will get a faceful of Galil. Alive and kicking, though. mantuu, no armor on that. Lucky to get away. As progress continues, SDY on his crawl. Krimbo as well, ready to receive towards construction, and that's the flash to go. Friction, multiple angles, could get awkward, good from one. SDY, but mantuu nearly delivers the double dig. There's the trade, prosus pushing in. Still grounds for a disruptive round as DemQQ, or DemQQ, whoa, DemQQ? DemQQ, just making sure I didn't screw that booch on that one. One-on-one, Nate does well, tabseN to save him. Oh, it's a hard one. He saves him with the triple in the end. A clutch from tabseN. Second round force, a success.
A little bit messy, but managed to wrangle that one back. And now Monte, well, at least they've got that bomb plant. How's that money looking after the defuse comes through? Not amazing, but we might see a force come straight back.
I think they were surprised how many guys are going to swing spools from CT, you know. They get through the one, here's another one, here's a third. And tabseN with a massive clutch in the end. Of course, Big with their utility, you know, it's going to play a factor.
That's true. We're going to keep track of the utility damage throughout the half already. Something that the Big clan do very well. God B has always been a bit of a signature of his, even when he was a player.
Yeah.
We're getting an AWP out quick. What the bloody hell's mantuu up to with that?
He's hungry. Looking to put some Monte individuals on that skewer, cook up some late lunch, early dinner. What would you call it? 4 p.m.
Yeah, that's a late lunch if you ask me.
Okay.
But I mean, it's freed up this two-man B stairs setup. Krimbo initially assisting, but now with that presence and pressure, tabseN, he's under a lot of scrutiny, smokes himself out and maintains vision. prosus, that was ballsy, just pushing onto the one-way, dropped by Bro, he profits. New addition for Monte, a lot of talent from the region. Let's see how far they can go in this battle for economic control. Sin, that smoke should delay them. What do you reckon, Yanko?
I think they might just decide to go through it. They just think it's, you know, there to buy time, exactly. Maybe there's not that many guys.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of guys, and they've kicked open the front door just like that. They're in. You're bang on the money there, Yanko. Nade, could be on the money there. Krasnal down as well to 39. They're so chipped up, Mac, but they don't know it. It's unconfirmed damage. 2 successful HEs, and they reside themselves to a save. We've got a real game here.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Big aren't fully aware of how much damage they've done to all the Monte members, but 5 alive is going to taste real damn sweet moving into that 4th round. Now, I've got a bone to pick here. So, is Bro essentially 3/5 of what Boros was?
3/5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Boros is a one-of-a-kind player, isn't he? Like, in the sense that he holds a W against professional teams.
Pretty solid. A little bit like Donk.
Yes, Donk-esque.
Or actually Donk a little bit like Boros. But yeah, I like that, you know, call. Even, you know, the smoke is there. You understand. I mean, if you wait it out, you're probably going to be in a worse position than if you just go through it. Sometimes you understand that, okay, that's the one guy there who's just put the smoke down because of timing. He used his HE too, so all we need to do is trade with him. They managed to just get a clean entry. Even if that was like a 1-for-2 trade, that's still good enough for Monte. They would have had a 3v3 post plan, and they managed to wrestle around back from Big, not allowing them to get that early control of the economy.
Big, of course, with that save means they've got a decent chance in this round, but they are going to go heavy towards this A ramp. Man-2 waiting, won't be able to connect there. It is going to be the Galil from DemQQ to get straight through in Prosus as well, close range with that 5-7, able to find a trade, find an answer, and maybe a way for Big to hold on to the round.
Surely tabseN gives that rifle to someone healthy. Yeah, Prosus is really situated with that. Remaining threatening. I think Prosus's 5-7 frag has just kept this round alive. It could have very well fallen into nothingness.
See, SDY is on the lurk mid, so as the caller, right, usually here he's either going to tell his team to start applying some pressure, so he can play, or vice versa. He's going to start throwing some utility mid so they can start creeping up A.
Smoke spam. And Bro will find it with the final bullet.
Yeah, Sin feels a little hard done by, doesn't he, after so many whistling past his ear. Flash for set, Prosus up, a reaggress from the CTs. We'd need a mad multi out of the AK. What have you got for us? Prosus, nothing, as two slip through the gap. Krimbo, he has that M4 as well. Attempting a second flash. There's info on the pressure, but they've lost tabseN in the process. A 2v1, or make it 3v1, excuse me. As Krasnow's getting that bomb down, they're set up to succeed here as Monte. They will take the lead, and there's a clutch is coming up. Krimbo, 2 of the 3 required. There was legs to that, recovers the Yorp. And Monte, they will take the lead. And a little moment's respite from this constant buy and bickering from Big.
There it is. The 2-round lead now. Monte off to the races on the T side and taking away all those weapons that Big tried to save across into this round. Yes, there were moments for Big to maybe get back in, but now things are going to get a little bit more difficult. If Monte stack this one on and then win the next gun round as well, it's going to be pretty hard, and you can see Monte are fully aware of the financial situation of Big. They've got that double Mac 10 set up to go and farm up some dollary dues.
Yeah, let's see what the SMGs get up to here. You can see they've been given a little bit of freedom. Ah, that feels good. That tastes good. $600.
He smells it, Alex.
Oh.
And it doesn't smell good.
It doesn't smell.
Or it smells great, but it tastes like...
Tastes like something that's not nice.
Yeah, exactly. I think early on, brute force has been the name of the game for Monte, right? There hasn't been any fancy maneuvers. Granted, they didn't really have a couple of times the guns or the utility for it, right? And it's not like Big couldn't tell what Monte was trying to do. Monte just found the entries and sort of traded really well and won out the fight. So we'll see in the next round with some money in the bank, right? And knowing the buy from Big isn't going to be great. Do they just keep that up, sort of try to play the numbers game and just throw more bodies at the situation, or do they try to finesse it a little bit?
Well, you've got your answer. It's bodies at the situation, and those bodies got torn to shreds. Another $1,200 in the bag for Bro, and Krasnov chiming in there too. So let's see where they go into the 6th. Big back on the guns. Man2 going to be able to pick up that big green again. Didn't get any impact with it initially. Unfortunately, lost that fight to the Galil, and it couldn't get saved across either. So
yeah, we saw it from his perspective, right? It was like a HE and a flash and a swing.
Yeah.
Really overwhelmed. I wonder if that kind of cages his offensive maneuvers off of the rip here. SDY, interesting lineup to go try and apply early mid-pressure. We do have that T-side AWP as well. But we've got a T-side opening. That's an aggression from Prosus. He tried to equalize, but leaves after the one Bro to escort him off the premises.
That was weird.
Of course. Yeah, it was a little bit weird, the big wide swing, but Big certainly feeling themselves. Krimbo knows he has to probably push to try to find some kind of map control and a way back into the round. But as this is all happening, you're looking at SDY. of course, starting to make his move out mid. He might walk into mantuu, and that could be the equalizer for the round, but he's decided against it for now. Might have heard the scope, might have heard something. And Monte are starting to rotate into the stack, so big. Let's see if they can bring it back.
Usually what you want to do is scout for this stack, sort of just send one guy. If he has contact, then everyone else is on the other side ready to pounce. If he doesn't, you can go back. But on Vertigo, it's tough because the verticality of the map and the depth of a ramp, and you can see, I'm not sure if they are in a position to hear the rotation.
You usually...
I hate Vertigo, and I play it as least as possible.
Yeah, but probably because of that dynamic. It's the only map in the pool where you really have to be holding walk for 90% of your rotates.
Dinko loves it. mantuu waiting for that smoke on site to bloom. Unfortunately, not going to be able to fish for anything in it. Oh, almost spoke too soon. The nades and the molly won't deny the plant, but it will deny Boris. Oh, bro, his life. Sorry, 3v3.
Bro Ross. The second coming.
He's doing all right. 8 and 4.
You lost something. He wants his ball back. Excuse me.
No. Where'd it go?
Oh, I've lost my ball. You ever have to go around the neighbours, ask for your ball back?
Used to all the time.
I used to just climb over the fence.
Had too big of a boot on me.
Yeah. Oh man, nothing more embarrassing than having to kick it back over into the ball pen.
Was in the UK, was backyard cricket a thing? It is. It is nice. That's something we share.
Yeah, some quick cricket.
Yeah.
But that was such a poor opening of the round from Big. I mean, tabseN gets caught off guard completely by the pace of DemQQ, and then prosus with the full commit. Just when he decides to go for that swing, that's it. Like, he is going to be dead. It's just a matter of how many he can get before that. Obviously, depending on how many T's are down there, but if one guy is that forward up,
damn it.
Immediately, then the chances are high.
You guys are geeks. Shout out to, who's that, J-Raz? Yeah, J-Raz. He actually, he keeps him up at night if he couldn't find where that nade had ended up. So good job from Jay.
But it was like close enough that if he didn't have a gun in his hands, he could grab it.
Probably, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, let's see if Big can tighten up their ramp, because it's been exploited a couple of times now from that mantuu round we discussed and this one prior. Okay, DemQQ. He's got a smoke all the way from spawn. That will perhaps bait what little Big utility remains. Elevator smoked as they take mid. This is lovely. Put this one in your team strap book. This is geeky.
Hello, molly into maze to stop that rotation.
And a smoke on top. This is cool. This is really cool, but still one back from Sin. Krimbo's held on to B. This all could be for naught. They put a full gun round into this, and now they've been disrupted, Mac. Still 60 seconds to dig themselves out of trouble. Bomb loose in CT, and those smokes have faded. mantuu's got full sight line of the explosives. Warro's coming to try and bail him out. There's a re-smoke to try and take that control. Still really up for debate, though. Big looking for their second.
Looking to connect onto anything there. They know that bomb and its location. Sin spraying, hoping, but the timing is too perfect with the 5-7 prosus. Surely locking it down from here. Warro unable to trade, almost gets away, and he will. Oh, Krimbo standing, delivering at Gen, and without the bomb in hand, 30 seconds. DemQQ, he's got to be praying to Gaben, but Gaben don't like him today. Krimbo locking it in, and Big will find their second.
They find it in the most juicy way possible. With so many alive, you keep your AWP, you get 3 AK-47s into that CT side, bolstering that one-shot headshot potential. And this is really where it started to go wrong. It was Sin. He saw that elevator smoke, and his knee-jerk reaction was to push. Yanko, have you seen that one before? Kind of a full, all-in mid-split.
Not really to that extent. I've seen a couple of teams try to play faster mid early on, but the problem there was that's a split. Where's the other part of that split? Two guys were sort of not even in B lobby, right? So you need to be able to apply pressure from both sides and actually split the bomb site with the two-pronged attacks. And there it was just too disjointed, and the players who were mid, well, they got split on.
Yeah, no, because I mean Krimbo was too comfortable, right? He just could sit on B and focus on that mid side, dropping the one-ways now. This is very vogue in Vertigo right now. Don't have to smoke the ramp itself, just drop a potential one-way they could be playing around. It will buy the same amount of time. Discussed, mantuu's AWPs, yet to really find too many connections.
You can see on the player cam as do I like, well,
not the one.
that did just happen, sorry guys.
Well, that mid-split not going to be happening right now. unfortunately. He'll still be in window. Now, what are Big going to do? Just shifting around that util. Waro, unlucky to miss that strike. And now, with 40 seconds, Monte, they've taken full ramp control. And they've got a decent amount of util to make it all the way to site. There's only flashes for Big to play counter here.
Yeah, but the gap under there and the spam. Ooh, goes both ways. DemQQ worse off. Full commit. Mantuu's here. And he's forward of the smokes.
Oh, there it is. Ones are up, bats it to the side. SDY going to be able to pick up one more over towards lane side. mantuu can't stand there. It's too dangerous, my friend. 4v3, almost brought right back. But Monte winning the hell out of this trade game. Looks like tabseN, he's thinking about going for a little scrimmy, little pushy. But he fades that smoke perfectly. Gets the second over towards lane. And Waro,
wow,
he's going to hit the ground as well. Big play from the big man in the middle of Big.
That is tabseN at his best. He's had a couple of those 3K rounds to put Big Clan on the map. And you can see the frustration will start to show. Monte felt like they had that one. Playing the fade as well. You know, a lesser player might have started to spam or started to push, but he let the frags come to him and a beautiful sequence out of him. You can see that's going to bolster the ranks, get everyone juiced up.
But it was more of the same. Again, Big knew what was coming. They had 4 players on A. tabseN being that 4th guy, which probably surprised Monte a little bit, but they couldn't, again, you know, they lost too many guys. This shouldn't have been Big's round. It was only thanks to the massive play from tabseN that they were able to win it out. In the end, it was a huge one to win, to be able to win those 2 consecutive rounds, right? Not get reset immediately. So Monte might be kicking themselves a little bit about that one.
High impact out of tabseN. Oh, just took him out of my fantasy as well.
Oh yeah, I saw Harry, he said he just locked his in like
Did he go for tabseN?
30 seconds before it got locked. Wait, did he pick it up? Did you pick it up?
No, I had tabseN initially. I swapped him out.
Ah, okay. I've never done a fantasy.
It's really...
I don't even know where to go to do it, honestly.
Yeah, I'll hook you up, bro, because it's surprisingly like great for our jobs.
Yeah.
You end up finding, like, you're putting the boosters on the right players, you start getting extra insights as to, you know, what they are proficient at.
You care more about, like, the tiny little extra stats.
That too. I find I'm putting the stream on at home a lot more, just out of interest for my fantasy. Here comes mantuu with a big test. Oh, if he gets run down by SMGs. Ooh. Oh, it's Tech9's charging. He's hit the shot. Knife out. Does get around the corner in time. And now he's still got a lot on his plate. Sticking around, but here comes Kraz now. In the side.
Ooh, hello.
Keeps himself afloat. Still lose one, though. Casualty onto Krimbo.
Crispy flicks going bloody everywhere. Both sides right now. DemQQ, what can he do with just a P250 and a Dream? Nice first shot. But he's got 4 members of Big to get past. And that's going to be pretty difficult with where that bomb has gone down next to Gent.
I'm curious to see how Monte opens up the next gun round. Because it's really been mostly focus on A-ramp or just finding openings on A-ramp without even sometimes spending too many resources. Sure, we saw the mid-split, but that was against half buy plus saved guns. So we'll see if they switch it up and try to put a little bit more focus on B or on mid and just sort of fake A-ramp presence, right? Make it look like the same thing, but actually decide to put pressure on a different part of the map. And also, I mean, how Big is going to open the round, and mantuu in particular, with the AWP, he was posted up mid a few times, didn't really see too much action. Saw that one time he got punished on A ramp.
Into the 10th. Monte looks like they were running away with it, but Big straight back into the half real damn quick.
So Hamper smoke. Flashes from SDY. Do they commit off of those? Prosus with a HE on the nose of DemQQ. They have ramp. At least the first stage of it.
Big being relatively respectful. Just dropping those nades towards sandbags, trying to get as much chipped utility damage as possible. Molly to potentially retake. But Big, they're still just holding their ground.
I like this adjustment from Big. Don't go for the early fight. Instead, re-aggress. Try to do some chip damage with the utility. Maybe some spams. And again, now I mean, they're really gambling on some of these plays. This is 4 guys here. And you only have Krimbo sort of watching mid.
Well, if
wow.
Monte is counting that util, they'll know that there's none of these mollies, none of these nades to deal with. And at the minute mark, here's that maneuver, but it could all come crumbling down. And it is going to do just that. 2-for-1 trade. But do they walk into the 2 remaining players from Big still here?
Here's another question, mantuu. He had to hit that one. Keeps him afloat. Krasnal taking space into B, calling it clear. Krimbo, he's going to be responsible for the cross here, and he's got it there in time. Well aware it's his responsibility. Does manage to avoid the flash. This is the duel. Krimbo passes with flying colours as he's turned another flash and found another head. This is an equalising round unless SDY can make the 1v3 a reality. Bomb timing good enough. He's been run out by Sin. Closing that gap. AWP to support. Smoke, though, will allow the elope. Oh, and now trying to play a headshot angle. Sin quick on that one. As Big Clan tie things up neat and tidy, Krimbo, I think, gets a firm pat on the back. Consider how that started. That DemQQ double on the ramp gave him that man advantage. So good work from mantuu and even better work from Krimbo.
Yeah, that re-aggress from Big didn't really look clean at all. I mean, I don't know if they thought that Monte pulled back all the way or what was the case, but, you know, the way tabseN and prosus went for that, I think could have been punished even more. But in the end, Krimbo finally sees some action and has a strong hold on B.
I know you hate Vertigo, Janko, but where would you be? Would you be a B anchor boy? Would you be the A site dumping util? Where would you belong?
Mid,
yeah.
Mid B.
Oh, that's bro with only a Galil. Catching that trade prosus, he's got wide swing syndrome, hasn't he? He likes to go.
The only issue about playing mid is you always have to expect that little bastard of a lurker that's just been sitting there for 1 minute and 20 seconds and then they push at 30 and then it's your fault, you know? It's just, ooh, such an annoying position here. Either way, 3v4 and Monte. They are looking to hit this A site again, no lurk at mid for them. We'll see if Big are going to be able to make the right read and see if they can trade this one back.
Loads of smokes for the finish. mantuu walking up gap. This is ballsy. This is it. Ride or die on the AWP. Yeah, that's an immediate trade. SDY puts the AWP down. 35 and counting as Sin, close quarters, dropping that incendiary to delay the cross to sight. Molly headshot really limits his options. They have got a nade, so SDY, he's healthy enough to avoid the frag. Half health, pushing off the flash. Bro doesn't have the health here. Ooh, nearly transferred into the second as well. Bro, just 19 points of health. Sin looking to clutch up with Krimbo's help. They might. It's only Waro. And holding this, Waro doesn't want to spam. Doesn't find the body, can't find him on the diffuser. Just like that, Big Clan take the round. Waro, down and out. Big Clan take us 6th.
That's painful, that
yeah,
one.
Sin did a lot there. You wanted to talk about util damage as well.
This makes me sick. Like, your guy is planting and you're on ramp and you're not and he pushes and kills that guy without you swinging from ramp. Like, come on, SDY. Like, and I don't care. You know, players will tell you like, yeah, but you know, they expect me to hold that angle and I would just die for free. It's like, this guy, he cannot die. If he dies, then you need to get the trade. Or you hold and then he kills you first and then kills him. But what happened, like, for me, it can't happen. Like, that's you mean basic, like sort of cover and trade and all that stuff. And people want to make it sound like it's super complicated. It's not, bro. Like, he's planting, you hold his right side, and if a guy comes kill you, then kills him, okay, he's just better in that round.
Sounds like those pugs didn't go super well for
you.
you.
But don't make it sort of like, oh, but I didn't think that, and you know, I was playing like the next level games. Like, I don't care.
Did you get it all off your chest?
You see, now they're tilted about it too, and they lost 3 entries.
Yeah. We did play a lot of CS2.
I know, I was watching. Yeah.
Once we got Janko's settings, he was closing, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, Janko the closer, Janko the AWPer, actually.
Okay. I don't feel CS2 at all yet, but
yeah, well,
some more time.
Once you've got the FPS out.
Yeah.
It's always the way.
I think also in this game there's definitely a lot of mind games. Like they played 10 days ago in the final of an online tournament, and Vertigo was the first map too. So probably some of the stuff we're seeing is just both teams sort of, obviously Monte losing the map, trying to make adjustments, and Big trying to still be one step ahead, right? Trying to anticipate those adjustments and then change their own game accordingly. And that's probably causing some of the mishmash that we're seeing.
Yeah,
where it's not as clean, it's not as optimized. But I feel like for Monte, unfortunately, they lost a couple of these rounds. You know, there was a 4v2, no, two 3v2s. There was the tabseN round, and now the round we saw right before this one, round 11, with tabseN pushing through the smoke. Yeah. If you close one of those 2 rounds, you force Big, you know, on an eco. Their economy wasn't great up until that point yet. Could they make the game tougher for them? Monte had opportunities. They just didn't capitalize on them.
What's going on here? Oh,
don't look away.
Turn it off!
Mac.
Turn it off! Please! Not that I expected any different.
Any fraggers?
Who's going on? Shells on 2s. Ooh.
Etic and TJP at the top.
Yeah, they're doing all right. Well, tell me this. They win this clutch. We don't have time to watch it.
We don't. Well, maybe we do.
Give us that second.
Yeah, guys, if the Tech-9s are slow, he's said no one ever.
Keep it on.
Go on. Go on.
Knife out.
Oh. Yes! Sorry. There we go.
13-2 at the half. Woo! Check that out. That's running simultaneously to this one. Wait. I thought I had the ESL.gg/ESLB. No, Twitch
or
B.
underscore B.
Twitch B.
Not Twitch B. Twitch B. It would be ESL.
Now watch this, bro. ESL.gg/Twitch B.
Oh, he's on it.
Bang.
He's on it.
Boom.
Or twitch.tv
straight into the
ESL
/ESLCSB. Yeah, but mine sounds cooler.
Yeah.
And it's easier to remember.
I think though, if you talk about this game, I think this is a game where, like, if you're LMBT, for example, you're sort of happy with how things went, unhappy with how things ended in some rounds. Like, what you always want to do on your T side is get the bomb, get opportunities to win rounds, right? Yeah. Like, you don't want to just you're not even getting to the site, you're not getting the bomb down, you're not finding openings, your players aren't really, they don't have a chance to do anything. I think for Monte, the only disappointment is, like, they had, I think, plenty of opportunities. They just didn't capitalize on some of the important ones after the early exchanges, and that's why they're behind now.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a run. 6 consecutive defensive rounds for Big Clan. This was 5-1. Could be 8-5. Half by. Don't block me. I've got a nade to throw.
Ugh. Bullets getting threaded straight between all the Monte members there. Mantuu going to be able to connect onto Bro. Prosus doesn't go for it. Nade's doing huge damage, but the bomb will be planted in the process, and maybe, just maybe, there's a world where this happens, but Big, they have such an advantage here on the retake.
There's no way. Like, it's nice. The bomb plant's nice. The nade is even nicer. Krasnow catches. And now on the defuse, 5, 4, and 3. Double swing. Boro. And tabseN's held. Good work from Big as they find themselves 8. They've successfully won out the half. And this has been 7 in consecutive fashion.
That was nice from Big. More patient, coordinated. Let's get all our ducks in a row. Pick up all the utility we have dropped in CT, you know. And it was a super clean retake.
It's crazy to think about if tabseN didn't win that 1v3 earlier, just exactly where they'd be.
Ooh, bonus nades. Makes sense considering how late these A finishes have been coming in.
Get that extra bloody flash to play for the map control too.
Ooh, safe way to boost, making sure, guys.
Spoke too
soon. tabseN to change his mind.
So you know what? We made too much noise.
I'm not happy with it.
Not fast at all. Flashed across towards the ramp side and a blocking smoke to wait. Nice little nade. Doesn't quite do too much damage. It looked good. Looked like it was straight on the face of Bro there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to stack nade that, but shy on the default nade. Sin safe. Oof.
The most protective girder of all girders. Which is your favorite girder?
Probably Worms 3D.
Ah, true.
Prosus is dead. His head in the vice as DemQQ finds an opening for Monte.
At least he dropped his nades to tabseN.
Oh, and that's
Okay.
a nasty one for mantuu. Gets completely pwned.
And Monte, bit of patience, going a whole way this time. Big, changing up the pace and going for some aggressive maneuvers. The thing I want to touch on in that round is when prosus died, like even though tabseN's right next to him, like that's perfect spacing, right? Just the angle that he peaks is too dangerous for tabseN to say, I want to swing this, I want to try to trade that, because you're probably never going to trade that.
For real.
Yeah, absolutely. This round is like, sometimes you're the bugs, sometimes you're the windshield. But I love how it
I love
was.
that.
That's good.
It was sort of Monte just waiting and knowing that Big likes to move and taking some control and just waiting for a reaggress. For example, that's what you can do against a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Because everyone's doing the heroic thing and they're aggressive, always fighting for control and all that stuff. So you don't need a much bigger game plan than let's find a way to take map control without dying and then just wait for the reaggress to punish them and we'll just get kills coming our way.
Makes sense. Full position from prosus. He's got tabseN and mantuu holding on.
Ooh.
That's a lot for DemQQ to handle. The flash is good from tabseN now. They've gotten themselves an advantage. Ramp is lost. And Monte, they're quick. Last round, they're already making a decision. It looks like they want to pivot B. Krimbo's here. And Krimbo does have a smoke. Hasn't yet deployed it. This could be running on thin ice for Krimbo. A full team about to exec in.
He's mostly been playing safe as well, so we'll see if this aggressive position with Sin baiting instead is going to work out. Krasnal going up on wood just at the right moment, but it's all about the timing, and Krimbo's going to get in behind enemy lines. Danger position for Krasnal. He'll go forward, find the double opening, then bring it back to the 3-on-3. But do they have full sight control? Warro, or tabseN rather. The last here standing and delivering. Man's the king of the triples, and he's going to do it again. 9-6 at the hub.
stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
Tell me where the competition. Seem like they all been missing. Never made a wrong decision. It's got me walking different. I stay gassed up. Please point the opposition. No scope is no joke.
Making magic when they need it most.
Big Clan rocking 9 as they take to the T side. Vertigo, the first map of this series. First game, Group B. It's ESL Pro League Season 18. I've got Yanko and MacMate hanging out with myself, Machine, as we get ourselves into that second half. And hot off the presses, apparently a bit of an in-game leadership swap-a-roo. We have word from SDY in a recent interview that the in-game leadership role has been taken up by Waro2K.
There you have it.
Something to keep our eyes on as we watch Monte take to that defensive side. They managed to muster up 6. Admittedly, though, 5 of those 6 were in the first 6 rounds of the game. So, distinct lack of recent rounds for Monte to celebrate. However, they are going to try and start as they mean to go on here on the defense. Big Clan working ramp. Who's responsible for that flank? Because there could be one coming in. Into delay with that smoke. Well placed on gap. DemQQ poised and ready. Smokes are up. Will they get the plant? Or is this just them puffing up their chest? You'd think they'd try and go for the full plant. This is very big-esque, but here comes a flank already. Ooh. Woof! DemQQ double. Round done just like that. It comes real easy.
If Sin manages to get a bomb plant here some way, somehow, that'll be nice for the long run, but he won't be able to escape. DemQQ, he has woken up on the right side of the bed on the second half.
Yeah, bro, 3. Those first 2 came like in almost immediate fashion. And that's very, very kind of typical of Big, is it not? Just seeing them have like every nade in the book and then just getting headshotted. You know, sometimes it's, yeah, you just got to click on them. Just like that from DemQQ.
They even used it well. He was blind. just
clicked.
Just clicked 2 times and that's it. Thanks for playing.
Deagles then. No plant. Still going for that force buy here on Vertigo.
Monte winning both pistols now, right? So
yeah, that's true.
It was back and forth in the first half a little bit, but it had a 5-1 start in the first half. I don't think Big can allow a similar start to happen here. That might be a little bit too much for them to come back from. They were the better team in the first half once they got their stuff together, Alex.
Yeah, their stuff. I was having my morning stuff this morning, thinking about playing more and more Counter-Strike.
Oh, so when you think about Counter-Strike, you do your morning stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've just woke up thinking about Counter-Strike. And then I was doing my stuff. DemQQ, 16 right now.
Yeah, he's had a lot of... You know, 9-6 was the score for Big at the half, but it was 9-6 in opening kills for Monte. They were the ones who were up in that department, just had a problem closing out some of those rounds.
Yeah, actually, tabseN was 0-4 in opening duels, but I feel like he closed like 3 rounds with those multi-kills.
Yeah, it says 1 clutch, but in reality, he had 2 more.
Right, with someone else alive.
Round winning, yeah, with someone else alive, or he was basically doing it on his own.
I do remember all those rounds where he was trying to peek Crane, but Monte was already halfway up ramp, just shooting him, and he's like, oh, whoops, wrong position this time, guys.
That smoke worked against them there. You can see the one under the boards. This is the new progress smoke people have been throwing under the boards and using as a bit of a one-way, but didn't get them very far. Did the Aussies play Vertigo? You know, I remember back in the day, Chad had like 2 maps in the pool he couldn't practice when he was in Oceania.
Yeah, it's one of the maps where I feel like there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
We'll probably see Rooster play it a fair bit over here. They've been good at it for a while. In domestic competition, we'll see how they fare against the Europeans and the rest of the world. But for the moment, looking like there could be... Oh, no chance.
If you were building an Aussie dream team, would it be different than Greyhound?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to steal JKS, probably get Chris back as well, have an actual like IGL that's an IGL that wants to be an IGL, not just
like
an IGL that has to be an
JKS,
IGL.
JKS, INS.
Yeah, you'd have INS in there. Ooh.
Dexter, JKS,
Who's the AWPer?
INS. Vexai, did you bring him out or not?
Personally, I'd I'll probably... Oh,
It's tough, isn't it?
AWP's hard because some of the AWPers I would like in there also haven't had good results in international competition, but they also haven't had a lot of experience.
Bring back Havoc. Go find
No, I want to be the one with the moustache from Australia, right?
He did have a magnificent beard.
He had a good beard, didn't he? Although Chad's taken up the reins on that one.
Here we go.
Aggression.
Loving that. Sin will find him on the nade. But yeah, Krasnal throws caution to the wind, charging down ramp. 9-9. That's what God B's saying if they lose this one.
Where to from here? What's Warrior doing on the call? Looks like it's going to be that full rotation towards the B stairs, block smoke at 110.
This is an anticipation call from Big, right? Understanding that there's a good chance Monte tries to cheat over to A to re-aggress ramp, to get some map control, map information, and that would obviously make the gap towards the B bomb site, and they don't want to waste any time trying to hit that, it feels like, or is this just to bait out counter util?
Oop. Sticky flash. They're off. Spam. Whoa. Very effective, bro. Long range still contributes.
He didn't even move the crosshair. Just sprayed straight through, got a little lucky. And is trying to do a little more, but that smoke fades, favoring Big right now. Sin going to be able to find 2 before hitting the floor.
Yeah, I think Sin's done enough to make this competitive. SDY, though, disrupts, catches the backpack of mantuu. And oh, tough one. He's got them both in his sights here, expecting the double peek. Re-aim, perfect from Krimbo, and he's going to go for the plant. No nade. DemQQ trying to save him. Or a 1v2 out of Krimbo. He's anticipating the wrong side. Gets info. One bullet will do it. For both of them, needs to aim for the head here. Krimbo, DemQQ peeks in and delivers. Keeps a cool head on his shoulders in a high-intensity moment. Krimbo, a lot to say about that one. A lot to say.
Yeah. I love how he played it, though. If we talk about the clutch itself, how he crashed the whole way back, knew he couldn't see the head on the headshot line, then repositioned the crosshair over towards that right side of Jenny. Oh!
Check the second out of Sin. I thought that would be enough. Oh, you just see Woro's falling corpse there. He adjusted quickly. Nasty death for mantuu to concede as well. I feel like I haven't said his name too much. mantuu, at the moment, bottom of the scoreboard with 8.
I think this is an interesting round compared to that. I think it was the third round, actually, where Monte was even in a 5v4, 5v3, 5v4, and then they went B and Sin just threw a smoke and a nade and then just went through it without too many nades and just went for the trade, right? Like, sometimes it's more about timing than your utility, because if you announce yourself, you also give the opposing player a chance to drop down a defensive smoke, to drop down some counter utility, right, which could just buy enough time for the rest of the team to come in. I feel like Big would have been in a better situation if they just decided to pounce. You know, even after they used their utility, they were sort of tentative. They didn't really want to push the bomb site. Maybe worried about a potential B stack at that time. And that was just enough. You could see Bro was already there to span through the smoke, and 2 more players were already really in position to at least throw some utility, to pester them through the smokes.
Yeah. I mean, you thought it looked like they had the space that you'd highlighted, given they were re-aggressing A, but yeah, I guess Bro finding that smoke spam was enough for it to boil down in favor of Monte. Krimbo to flash him up. This is more direct. And Bro, he's playing retake, he just backs out.
Yeah. Hitting it on that early round timing. Monte. Back and right him up and regrouping, looking to lock down mid, make sure it's not a split, and there is going to be plenty of space for tabseN to get this one down. It isn't quite out in the open, though. It's gone down behind double stack, so they can't play this from stairs too well.
Oh, Krimbo's a dead man, isn't he? Wait, am I looking at the wrong... Yeah,
He's above him.
He's above him, excuse me. Mini-map. Bait. Prosus, dead as well. This retake's taking shape, and now Sin has found himself the double. They know where DemQQ is, and there's no time for this. Warrior's the closest he'd have to be defusing. Now he's missed his shot. He's running out of health, and they're running out of players, as this could be the equalizer. Krimbo secures it, and Big Clan direct straight to that B site, and a triple out of Sin to equalize.
Gob very happy about that one.
It's their first T round, bro. They needed to break their silence sooner rather than later. Third stage loss bonus, loads of cash as well. Look at this from Sin. Important frags across the board, and DemQQ always a threat, so a good clean headshot to boot.
Monte barely enough moving into the 21st that they will still be able to get the AWP on Woro, but you're looking at those rifles. You've got that FAMAS down there, and you've also just got an MP9 for Krasnal and a faster pace from Big straight up the ramp here. Monte respectful. Not throwing too much back or fighting fire with fire. They are just going to hold on to some of that early util. As Woro edges forward, misses the crucial flick he needed. And prosus just like that tears him a new one. That should be the round.
Just as easy as that. Two real, I would argue simple approaches out a big plan, and they've both been converted with comfort.
Oof, he's hungry. He's going.
Chill your bean. Yeah, processes. They just put the leash back on him.
The stick.
Yeah.
Bobby, the...
Do not peek bat. I'd like 5 weapons, please, guys. Thank you. Boy, big Gobby happiness with that one. All smiles and a shake of the hand. Pat of the head.
He was employing you to do some util work for CS2, wasn't he, before?
Yeah, he wanted my lineups. Like,
oh, I like your flashes,
Talk about my lineup.
Make some videos.
They talk about my lineups. Yeah, watch out. Scream's coming back. To an online cup near you.
I like how LMBT is always just
he's
chill. He's always
chilling.
just sitting down and just say, guys, do this now and win the round. And then it just goes through.
Yeah. Well,
Or I can tell you, it can be an emotional roller coaster standing behind a team, man. Like, you're so invested, right? Obviously in the result and all of that stuff, and you're like feeling the highs of things working out and going really well. Then like, how are we losing?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, I think I can't
How did
imagine.
you forget this strat again? Why don't you? How are you missing this smoke for the 7th time?
How do you how does the Serenity Prayer intersect with coaching? Like, how are you supposed to keep focusing on the things you can control when you can't control what the players are actually doing?
I think you just focus on, you can't focus on that, but you can focus on looking at the big picture and trying to think about what has happened so far in the game. What can you get from the information that the players are talking about? Because you only basically get TeamSpeak and their POVs. Right. You don't get any sound cues, for example. So can you deduce what the opponents are doing from that information on a good enough level? Okay, so if you feel like you know what's going on, what is the counter to that? If your players don't have it, can you help them out with a call? Or if it's just a little bit too quiet on TeamSpeak, take a timeout or try to get them fired up a little bit, try to get them talking. If there's frustration, try to sort of calm it down a little bit. Maybe, again, make a call where they don't have to think about it too much, and their frustration can't really come into play because you're giving them something set to do. And it's just about, as you said, things you can't control, right? You can't control if a guy's going to screw something up or not. That's why you're thinking, okay, this round it looks like we're losing it. What's our money? I'm going to think about if they need help and take a timeout, or if I want to call something, what's the call? Or what I think the adjustment is if we're losing 5 rounds in a row.
Did you find that you also would have to kind of nurture the way in which you delivered the information based on the player you were talking to as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to the team as well, depending, sometimes I have to cuss them out, sometimes I have to reassure them, and it just depends on the situation, really.
Gobby's praying here, Gob. This is what we're talking about, and that's lovely. Sin has opened up the account in mid, and now he's surging forward. The Monte to facilitate. You can isolate this duel on B. Can't go down on A, though. Mantuu under pressure. Bro, so blind. Krimbo the one to hand him a white screen. And LMBT not happy with this one. I love the coach updates mid-round. This is great. You've been there. You
would have caught me a few times with this face. That's one of the harder parts, is sort of realizing like you're still on camera, like, your players can't see you, they're in front of you. But on camera, right, like when they catch it and the players see it when they rewatch the VOD, and like that's not a good sign either. Like, body language of a coach is also important.
You got to keep that respect level as high as possible, of course, or they don't listen to you.
Yeah, I think this is either just, some good reads or maybe good preparation coming into the game, because, I mean, it's really 3 gun rounds now in a row where they're going towards areas where Monte doesn't have the players at that time. Yeah. First it was the fast B execute, then it was sort of the quicker A-ramp fight, which is understandable because you know their buy is weak, so you have the advantage in going A-ramp, and now it's all the space in mid that was just open, right? That tabseN was able to take. I mean, the kill on SDY was free. SDY was completely caught there, so that's always a difficult feeling as when you're on the CT side, because you're not really giving a fair, you don't have a fair chance in these rounds. You're always sort of playing from behind, whether it's just you lost a lot of real estate or you just gave up some entries.
Krasnal playing a dangerous game through that smoke, and we're going to see Big speed things up here, try to go for the boost up towards wood.
There's a lot of intensity in the studio right now, a lot of quick comms. This round where Monte really must post it if they want a chance of taking Big Clan's pick away. Good start. Bro, forced to smoke, should be isolated by prosus. That is the procedures working out for Big Clan, but it's SDY that kicks up a fuss. A double from the quad position. And up to tabseN, looking for that spray transfer. Knows he's hiding in the smoke. 10 bullets left in the mag, and the flash doesn't catch him, but the frag does. SDY triple as Monte will post their, well, it's got to be their 5th on the CT side right now. Krimbo.
If they get it, Krimbo's in a decent position to succeed. Hasn't been seen, and now finds a timing, but needs to get the read on both these CTs. Krasnal made noise jumping around, and it was the perfect sound bait to draw the attention away from DemQQ on the flank. So there's that 11th you were talking about.
Necessary at this juncture of the game.
The problem here for Monte is the economy on the side of Big, because we said how they were getting a couple of good reads, right? That resulted in some easy rounds where they didn't have to lose that many players. So they have a complete buy here. They'll have a complete buy even if they lose this round without a plant. With the plant, they'll probably have money until the end of the half.
What I noticed is Big were using a lot of flashes really early, but when they tried to walk into sight, they didn't have anything to blind that last anchor, last line of defense. And unfortunately, walking around those smokes, Monte was able to just hold. And now we're going to see Big restructure their vision over towards the A ramp instead. Krimbo dropping a couple of bangers out of ladder. And there's no one at lane to be blinded, but tabseN going right wide and trying to deal with all these CT members. Monte holding, just shooting him like sitting ducks. Beautiful round, beautiful cleanup. Krimbo couldn't do it in the 1v3, but now he's going to give it a second crack in the 1v5.
Yeah, good luck, have fun here, Krimbo. Warren's got ya, Warren Krasnal beats him to it. Is that LMBT? It can't be. I refuse to believe it.
No, that's DemQQ.
That's DemQQ, okay.
I think.
Oh, that's going to feel good, especially for Krasnal. Look how comfortable those three come through, pushing for that 4th. So yeah, racks himself up a nice quad kill, and yep, most definitely DemQQ.
And that was pretty weak from Big, right? At the point where they want to swing, and then first tabseN is way ahead of the pack as the half HP player, and then even the other 3 guys, you know, I mean, that's just getting shot down, not really finding the trade. And we've seen this in a couple of rounds from Big, right, that look really bad, some that look really good. So that just tells you the team is WIP, work in progress, still getting a hang of the protocols, and still the 2 young players, you know, with prosus and tabseN to a bit of a lesser extent, still getting used to, you know, right now some things they know, okay, I've been told to do this, I need to do it, but they're not feeling the move that they need to make. And it's a bit artificial to them, and obviously that's not a good thing, but over time they're going to have a better grasp of it, and it's going to feel more natural, and you're going to feel more confident going for that fight and where to place your crosshair exactly.
Chip damage hurts. Game plan. Trying to pressure both fronts at the same time, using this boost. Trying to do it so silently, but it's audible. What? Oh, bro.
Okay.
He had a huge advantage on that one. Starts pulling the trigger first, but prosus gets his gun out in time. Opening kill for Big. Can they convert this, or will there be a disruption, a flip of the script? 4 of Big Clan making their way ramp side. As you can see, the defense rejigging the setup. They're worried about B.
This is a tough call for Monte. Like, they know this is the last round where Big should have money. so they don't really want to gamble stack and sort of give them a free round and give their economy back, right? But their money as well is not ideal, so you also don't want to lose the round and lose every single player because Big is already at 14. Then you have a tough decision to make whether you're going to concede OT or buy, all that sort of a stuff.
Oof. Big have so much util to use, but we're going for a contact play up ramp, molly towards sandbags, worried about a swing.
A lot of counter util from Monte here. They could actually delay the plan.
Yeah, and only 20 seconds on the clock as well.
Where are you supposed to plant? With that molly up and no smoke on the right-hand side. It should have been there. Sin will use it to take the first, but down goes the bomb, and surely the round to follow. 10. mantuu, helpless, knife out, trying to find a safe haven to plant. Surely they can push him on this one. No, he's got it down. He says play on. Not easy. Not easy at all. They've got a flank. That should seal the deal. Krimbo's being preoccupied, being kept busy. Both backs are turned. Where is the SDY flank? They're keeping him so busy. Now they consider it, and Krimbo takes one. Adjustment's good, and Monte tie us up. 13 each.
Yeah, I agree, brother.
That's what I was going to say.
Why are you peeking? Was that what he said?
Running out of time.
I was joking. I don't
SDI in
understand.
the end uses, like on the flank, uses his incendiary, sort of feels like that will help his teammates. Could have gotten a bit weird there.
Yeah, that molly, I was like, well, now they know he's flanking 100%.
Yeah, he got the kill earlier, so
it worked.
I mean, I guess he would have gone back up mid, but... Alright, but that was huge for Monte. Big decide to go for an eco here, so they can buy next. Makes sense considering the score, right? If you did force here and then lost, you would have had to concede 15 really. This way you can still win the game in regulation.
tabseN happily finding a bit of free real estate up towards lane here, trying to make the way around elbow. Sin going to be able to crack one head, second gone. DemQQ hitting the ground, and Warrow, the last line of defense, quickly joined by SDY, making his way through for 2 and slotting him with that M4, but still a shot for Big in this round.
Yeah, Warrow's going to hit this shot. He's been baited out. Nice work from Sin. Still, under scrutiny. Doesn't want to mess around with this. They want to find a frag. And that's the frag they were waiting for. Pro overextends. They know where they both are now. SDY, a scrap of health remaining. And Krimbo goes for the up and over. Careful now. Should be hard to let this one slip up. SDY with only 12 bullets left and 4 HP. Still though, isolating the Sin. Catches him in the perfect timing. Fakes him out. Krimbo, he's been looking frustrated, but this one to ascend Big Clan up to 14. SDY's gone round the world. Now heard. Krimbo knows. Krimbo swings and Krimbo delivers. Big Clan, that was an important round. It was up for debate the whole old time. A 2 versus 3. But that frag does come through. Bro going to be punching his monitor after conceding that one. He's one of the few healthy members of that 3v2. Yeah,
Big, of course, going to be sighing some kind of relief here after a big round to pull it quite back. You saw as well Krimbo on the previous one that they didn't win in that 2v3. Very, very frustrated on the player cams. So able to stress less. And moving into the 28th, can Monte tie this up? They're on the 4th spy now. And if they don't win this, they're going to be knocking on eco doors.
Spotted something. mantuu doesn't take the pot shot. Instead, DemQQ, who's the top performer right now, you can see his ADR. He's at 139. If that's correct, that's a lot of average damage. See if he can deliver when it matters most. Compromised by.
It's all hanging in the balance. And DemQQ, nice timing on the boost here, but won't find anyone just yet. The players down towards Forklift could have heard that. How good are their ears is what I'm asking.
Tons of utility remaining here for Big. You can see that tabseN cycling through what he's got. And in the dark a little bit. I mean, this boost is all the info they're getting. Right now, nothing to report.
One molly, one flash to slow things down here. And that flash, of course, still towards mid, so it can be used at either side with a quick rotation from Woro. But Big as well have so much util still. But it's 20 seconds again. They're going late.
Super late. It could just be an MP9 unless he gets spammed through. Bro, lucky to be alive, not for much longer. Down and out. That's prosus as well. Finding the opener onto the B site. SDY watching now through his fingers as the 15th round could be going down. He's getting the bomb in, and just before the flames take him, gets it done. And resigning themselves to that horrible sour taste in their mouth. We can't go for it. We have to save. And even a potential hunt on the way. Look at Godby. He's already giving out high fives. He knows what this means.
Krasnal, the upgrade.
That could have just been the case of one guy remembered that he told them in scout like that he likes to go in that position late and make sure to spam the wood if you're going, for example. And then Krimbo was the one who called it out or who did it, and they got the kill, and the round sort of just crumbled for Monte from that point on. But
I was just watching DemQQ with that molly coming across. If he managed to drop it that second earlier, I don't think that plank goes down, and that could have completely changed the round.
That's the wall bang.
It feels like the story of this game for me is Monte had the two good starts to halves, but Big came up with some massive plays, you know, from that point on by their individuals. They won a couple of big clutches, players had a couple of big individual rounds, they got them out of a tough spot. So both teams had their moments. Now it's a very tough situation for this round for Monte to defend match point. Op, M4, A1S, a 5.7, a P250, and we'll see what SDY ends up with, just an MP9. And only MP9 and armor, no nades, so that probably indicates you're going to try something fairly quickly.
Big round. Monte trying to keep themselves afloat, or will they concede their first map loss of EPL Season 18? Hamper smoke dropped. Should stop any crawls early from Big Clan. Krasnal and DemQQ dispatched for the A side of things. You can see a forward setup for the B stairs controllers. Woro was holding middle with the AWP. He's been Molotoved off. Safe from the nades is Krasnal.
Big super happy with taking this slow, understanding that either the utility or, well, most definitely the weaponry isn't going to be there, and they can just wait and punish some of these plays.
Oh, he got caught by the AWP there.
Molly not
It
quite
is
hit
their rifle.
there.
Where did it go? Dropped it to DemQQ. Krasnal just locked in on a USB now.
Thrown it somewhere.
Yeah. Prosus. He's dead. Just like that. Still takes one with him.
Okay. Decent trade. Gives them a little bit of room to breathe here, but there's not much time to do the breathing. 30.
He's caught a timing, bro.
Okay.
He was walking up just as they left. He's really... Oh, he's hot on the heels. That's a gap. That's a frag. Is this the last round of play, Mac?
Certainly could be, unless the man on your screen is able to frag up from lane side. Molly locking him into the corner, but the timing of the flash is perfect. Mantuu, the quiet achiever in this round. tabseN doing it loud. And it's Bro in a 1v4 to try and save the day on map number 1 of the series for Monte, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Those flashes from mantuu. You saw the elevator player was blind too, running in. Very effective take from Big, and it looks like their map pick has been rewarded. Again, Big Clan solid in the head-to-head against Monte. This time here at EPL, they take the first of the series. We are going to go and take a short break. When we do come back, we'll be talking all about that map and what's to come. Do stay tuned as EPL continues after this.